morning with my mind set on Spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Walking and talking with my mind set on Spirit. Walking and talking with my mind set on Spirit. Walking and talking with my mind set on Spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hey, say hello to somebody around you. All right, here we go. Living and loving with my mind set on Spirit. Living and loving with my mind set on Spirit. Living and loving with my mind set on Spirit. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. All right. Good morning, everyone. Here we go.
May I have your attention, please, for the announcements of what's going on at the center this week. If you've already filled out your membership commitment card, be sure to pick up your name badges and wear them on Sunday services and classes. Now you can connect a name with a face. Get to know the people around you. Get to know your spiritual family. Pick up your name badges today. The new book study, Quantum Leap Book Study, will resume May 15th. Please make this note on your calendar, and Reverend Laura will resume this amazing study on May 15th. Let's take a break. No gentle yoga classes this week, but be sure to mark your date for next week. Soul Sisters usually meets the first Thursday of each month. They will have no meeting and will resume normal schedule in June. Dr. Joe will be holding a special brief class called Who We Are, explaining what we believe and what makes us different here at the Center for Spiritual Living, Palm Desert. The class begins at 6:30 p.m. May 2nd. That's May 2nd at 6:30. Make plans now to attend. Never ride alone again. Instead, ride share with fellow CSL congregants. Save the planet, make a new friend, and maybe even have a cup of coffee or brunch after the service. For more information and to sign up, look for the rideshare table on the patio. If you need more information, please see today's bulletin.
Good morning, everybody. So, yeah. Whoa, lights out. God, we're going to meditation that fast. We're not ready yet. We're not ready, not at all. So one more announcement. Scott had something to tell us about something that's going on at the College of the Desert that interests us because some of our performers are going to be there this week.
Hi, so I just wanted to tell you all that this coming weekend, starting Thursday night, the College of the Desert Theater Department will be presenting Lin-Manuel Miranda's In the Heights in the McCallum Theater. Lin-Manuel Miranda, unless you've been hiding under a rock, has currently Hamilton on Broadway. This was his first major production. It won the 2008 Tony for Best Musical, Best Score, Best Orchestration, and Best Choreography. I've got a fabulous cast and a 13-piece orchestra that's slamming, including 3 percussionists. It is, in a nutshell, it is about a barrio in New York City in the about 2008 period of time. Covers music of 3 generations, starting down with the music of Duke Ellington and coming up through rap and hip hop. And before you go, rap, what's that about? Here I am, a 66-year-old white guy, and I'm enjoying the heck out of it. It is very family friendly. There is no language involved. It's a wonderful story, has a great message about family and community. And I would hope that you would take an opportunity to come and see something with a fabulous cast. The tickets for a McCallum show with a full orchestra start at $22, and they end up at $32. And if you've gone to any big McCallum show, you know that that is dirt cheap. So anyway, I hope to see some of you there. And if you do come, please come down to the orchestra pit and hit me on the head and say hi. Okay.
There we go. Plus, Megan and some of our performers here in the choir.
Absolutely, yeah. So Megan Van Dyke and Alicia Bates, who have graced this stage many times, are involved with it. In fact, the director is Shafiq Wahab, who, if you recall, when the Rent cast came here, he was a part of the Rent cast. And this is a show that is dear to his heart. And I brought him on as the director. So there you go.
All right. It's next Thursday, starting this coming Thursday.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Did we lose sound on that microphone just now? Yeah. Barry? We're good? All right, thank you. All right, so good morning. How is everybody this morning? Good. Well, we've got some wonderful entertainment for you this morning. He's new to our center. I'm going to have Jerry Lynn introduce him, but you are in for a real treat. He's really something. Go ahead.
All right, the gentleman I'm about to bring up, his name is Derek Bordeaux. Derek and I go way back to the days of Santa Ana hooliganish stuff. And we worked together years ago at Motown. This is a great, great talent. Please welcome Derek Bordeaux.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Next stop that we make will be soon. Tell all the folks in Russia and China too. Don't you know that it's time to get on board and let this train keep on riding, riding on through. Well, come on, join the love train. Yeah, don't need no ticket. Come on, yeah, come on. All of your brothers over in Africa, tell all the folks in Egypt and Israel too. Don't you know that it's time to get on board and get this train keep on riding, riding on through. Well, come on, join hands, join the love train. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on and ride the train. Yeah. Let it ride. Let it ride.
Wow. Oh, I know. I think that should be your exit music. Why don't you have them come up and sing this when we play out today? Wow, man, that is. Wow. That was amazing. It's like 9 a.m. You'd have that, that's some chops at 9 a.m. That's really something. We're going to go into our mission statement and then move right into our meditation. So, William, bring our mission statement up. We're going to do this together, please. Together, we are a dynamic, open, and positive faith community that accepts all religions. Our mission is to awaken you to your divine nature, empowering you to create the life of your dreams. We are changing lives, one heart at a time. Let's take a deep breath in, close our eyes, dim the lights. Take another deep breath in and sigh on the exhale. What a beautiful day it is. What a wonderful opportunity we have in this moment to become fully present in this room and to allow ourselves to become open and receptive to today's message, to this experience that we have here at the Center for Spiritual Living Palm Desert. How blessed we are to have a spiritual home where we can slide in on Sundays and an hour later have all of this spiritual nourishment and direction that helps us move through our lives. And how we can change the world when we change our lives, change the way we look at things. And when we start with us, we move out into our communities, into our homes, into our workplaces. One heart at a time. Take a deep breath in. We can change the world, one heart at a time. And we can change the world, one heart at a time. I see you, I know you, you're a part of me. We can change the world, one heart at a time. And we can change the world, one heart at a time. I see you, I know you, you're a part of me. My heart is open to love. My heart is ready to love. And we can change the world, one heart at a time. We can change the world, one heart at a time.
Good morning, Center for Spiritual Living Palm Desert, and good morning, world. The universe was created by a singular power. This power I call God, or better yet, love. This power of intelligence creates with purpose. I recognize and align myself with this power, that I am the love child in its purest form, created to expand itself, created to experience life, joy, peace, and harmony. And in this knowing, I claim the truth for myself right here and right now. I have been given a birthright, a single word. This gift was given. It allows me to create a reality, not only for myself, but for those around me. This word is called choice. This gift of choice I use for the power and for the glory of love. I allow my choices to create the path today for tomorrow's future. So in this knowing, today, I choose the right thoughts. I choose to see people and situations as their true self. I let go of the illusions and claim only that which is true. That truth is love. So today, I give such gratitude, knowing the truth of who I am, and so knowing the truth of all around me. I am so very grateful for this center, for all those in attendance, for Dr. Joe's intelligence, his gift of channeling the power of love. I am so very grateful for this moment, for today. That is what I am grateful for, because today is all that matters, and I choose to make it perfect. So I release my word to the law of mind, knowing it is done perfectly, all the time, right on time. And together we say, and so it is. Amen.
We can change the world, one heart at a time. We can change the world, one heart at a time. I see you, I know you, you're a part of me. We can change the world, one heart at a time. We can change the world, one heart at a time. So let's take a deep breath in. And what we're going to do now is, like we did last week, we're going to sing the peace song as our prayer. And we sing it slowly to remind ourselves of the words and our intention. So as we look out at this beautiful day, this beautiful desert, let's be grateful for what we have, and let's know that we can change the world one heart at a time. And it starts with you, and it starts with me. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be, with God as our power, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous. Let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with
Spirit said, here I stand. Won't you please let me in? And you said, I will tomorrow. Spirit said, I am he who supplies all your needs. And you said, I know, but tomorrow, oh, tomorrow, I'll give my life tomorrow. I thought about today, but it's so much easier to say tomorrow. I promise you, tomorrow, better choose to love today. For tomorrow very well might be too late. Spirit said, here I stand. Won't you please take my hand? And you said, I will tomorrow. The Spirit said, I am he who supplies all your needs. And you said, I know, but tomorrow, oh, tomorrow, I'll give my life tomorrow. I thought about today, oh, but it's so much easier to say tomorrow. Who promised you tomorrow? Better choose to love today. For tomorrow very well might be too late. And who said tomorrow will ever come for you? Still you laugh and play and continue to stay. Tomorrow, forget about tomorrow. Won't you change your life today? Oh, please don't turn and walk away. Tomorrow, tomorrow is not promised. Don't you let this moment slip. Alright, oh, your tomorrow can very well be too late.
Derek Bolton.
Thank you.
Thank you, Derek. Thank you. Thank you. I'll get it. You got it. Thanks. Let's hear it for these band and these singers, everybody. They do such a good job for us every week. All right. Lights up, slides up. I'm ready to go. You ready to go? Ready. I am. Had too much coffee. Poor you. Okay. Build our tomorrow today. Here's your affirmation. Here, let's go. Today, I consciously... Oh, whoops. You need that, don't you? Please hold. I got ahead of myself. Okay, we can start. All right, Terry, ready to go. Today, I consciously and powerfully let go of the past and create my life from love. I am prepared to receive the best life has to offer. Do I hear an amen? Amen. Yes, absolutely. I am consciously and powerfully letting go of the... She has a Jeopardy hat. I just singing the Jeopardy theme. What are the odds of that, right? That's funny. All right, restart for the third time. I consciously and powerfully let go, not just casually, not just flippantly, not just because it hurts too much, but I'm going to powerfully just let it go. I'm going to consciously say whatever I need to release from the past, I release it from my life, and I release it from a place of, that's the hard part. Because when you release things, usually you're releasing them because there's pain, there's hurt, there's fear, there's jealousy, there's anger. Anybody relate to that? So when we're releasing out of, are you ready? Default, not design. We're releasing because we're exhausted carrying it, and we release it because we're like, okay, fine, are you ready? I am done. That's not a form of releasing. That's just basically saying you're going to have this conversation with yourself in about 30 more minutes, right? Releasing it and creating a life from love, all right? I'm prepared to receive the very best life has to offer. When we awaken to the divine within us, it will reach out and embrace everything around us. And it will discover the same presence in people, events, and in all nature. The second we begin to awaken ourselves, we'll begin to see in other people awakened lives. Have you ever noticed that? That we begin to look at it, we begin to hear things differently. We see world events differently because with a new eye, with a new awakening, we see that there is this divine nature unfolding in all things. Now, at the time of the occurrence, it may not be apparent, but because you and I know what we know that there is some greater good unfolding. When Jesus, the master teacher, said we should believe even before we receive, he was explaining the operation of the mental law of cause and effect. If nothing is believed in it, then nothing is acted upon by it. All right? You want me to unpack that? Let me unpack that for a minute. When Jesus was talking about, it shall be done to you as you believe, and it is to be accepted by you before you see the manifestation. And that's what we teach. We accept that when we pray, the delivery of what we're looking for is already on the universal conveyor belt making its way to us. Does that make sense? We may not see it. It may not be apparent in the moment. But when we pray, and when, like William gave that beautiful prayer, and at the very end he said, and so it is, that activates that mental law and the law of the universe to start that delivery process to bring it into our lives. That's what Jesus was talking about with the law of cause and effect. Now, if nothing is believed in it, in other words, if we don't believe in the universe doing it, then it cannot provide for us. So there has to be a recognition that what we believe in is true. And that I know that this is my destiny, this is my future, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be, and this is what I want. And universe, I believe in you to deliver it. Now, how it delivers is none of our business. How it gets to my front door is none of my business. I just know, I have to know beyond knowing. You know what I'm talking about? Know beyond knowing that it is on its way. But since there is such a law, and since we are always believing something, some people believe in the doubt, some people believe in the fear, some people believe in the faith. Since we're believing something, the law will always be operated upon what we believe in the way we believe it. So if we believe that the universe has been for us some of the time, not all the time, if we believe the universe is selective, if we believe the universe only operates for certain people, some people believe that the universe or God only, operates for those of that religious belief. Not us. Right here, we're telling you, the way you believe the universe will deliver it, it will be delivered unto you. If there is doubt and fear, you will have a demonstration, but it will still contain the elements of doubt and fear, and it won't be to the level that you would want and desire because you have a level of disbelief lingering on. And I know that's really hard because, and sometimes we get things that we're like, I'm happy with what I got, but it just wasn't exactly what I was expecting. Anybody? Second marriage? Fourth job, right? It just wasn't what I was expecting. How clear were you in your belief, and how clear were you in your prayer? How clear were you in all of that? It is not what we are not introducing a new law, but we are bringing the law we are always using under conscious control, whether it be for ourselves or for someone else. This is if we want to create our tomorrow, there has to be a conscious effort on our part to look at what it is we want to experience tomorrow. Together. Today, I consciously and powerfully let go of the past and create my life from love. I am prepared to receive the best life has to offer. All right, point to the past. Look up. Everybody look up. All right, look down. Look under your seat. Look under your seat. Look at the person behind you. Point to your past. Where is your past? Where is your past? Good. Right there. It doesn't, you can't find it. You can't find your past. You may have an arrest record, but you can locate that, but you cannot find. I'm working here, people. Come on, just give me a break. Trying to parlay this stuff every week so you can get a little bit more is like, yeah, okay. Okay. You may have visible evidence of the past, but you can't see the past. Why? Because it's what? The past. It's gone. It's gone. Yet many people act as if it's real and happening now. Their conversations are based on what has happened that led them to this place. That's great, but what is going to happen now? You can't point to it. It's an illusion. The residual is kept alive by you, by me. We keep that past alive. We breathe life into it. We bring it to the forefront of our conversations. We bring it forward all the time. You can't point to your past. Next time you're with somebody and they start talking about it, saying, can you point to that? Show me where that is. And they're going to be like, what? Show me, is it behind you? Is it underneath the seat? Where is this? Where is this past you're talking about? Let me see it. Let me see your past. Don't talk about it. Let me see it. And they're going to be, bingo. There's where we're going to start the conversation. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know, when Jesus the teacher was talking to people, he didn't talk about, you know, and what we read about, he didn't talk about people in their past. He's like, what you've done and who you are at this moment is not important to me. What's important to me is where you're going from this divine body that you're in. Where are you headed? That's what's most important. So many people are reflecting upon anybody ever reflect on a mistake they made in the past? A financial mistake that you've made in the past, a relationship mistake, a health mistake that you've made, maybe something you did to your body. We reflect on it, and the problem is we spend so much time reflecting, we have no time to plan. The universe is asking us, for us to build our tomorrow, there has to be a plan. There has to be a releasing of that which no longer serves you, and come from a place of love and gratitude. You know, and that's another part, but before we move into this, when you're looking for the past, I would say this: I'm very grateful for all of my past. Now, there were things in my past I wouldn't want to do again because they hurt, because I caused myself to hurt. I also chose to accelerate hurt into suffering. No one made me suffer. I was an expert at that. I would take a painful situation and just really look at it and just cry over it. And then I'd be miserable. And then I'd just like put my pillow over my head and just think, oh my God. And I would hurt so much. It would go on for weeks and weeks. And I thought, you know what? This isn't working. It's not changing anything except the sheets. That's it. That's it. All I'm doing is changing the linens because it's just a mess. It's like, this is not good. So the residual is kept alive by us. And I want to emphasize this. Release it in love and gratitude. Release people, even people that you feel have harmed you, release them in love and gratitude, because if I release them in whatever I release people with comes back to me pressed down and flowing over, right? So whatever I release in love, love returns. And when I release them in love and in gratitude, I'm grateful they're not in my life anymore. I know what I want. I know what I don't want. Thank you for the experience. Thank you for the experience of you. And like Dr. Tom always used to say, some people bless us by coming and others by going. So they look better from behind walking out, and I'm grateful for that. But I'm grateful to have the wisdom that comes from that. Does that make sense? I'm grateful for the wisdom of that. Together, please. Today, I consciously and powerfully let go of the past and create my life from love. I am prepared to receive the best life has to offer. So, I was at one of those card shops, post shops, you know, where they have all the funny little, all this. So I thought, I did what you're not supposed to do. I took a picture of them because I thought they were cute, you know. And I went through, so you're going to get a series of one-liners or little things that were on a poster that apply to building your tomorrow, okay? First off, if you see anything to criticize in any individual on this earth, go home and destroy what you see in yourself, and then go out and look at them, and you no longer see it. The one thing I'm always critical of, this comes to surface all the time, I'm so quick to criticize somebody about something that I'm really not doing myself. And when I go home and analyze my own behavior, I'm not really mad at them, I'm mad at me. I'm mad at me, but I see me in them, so I get mad at them because it's easier to get mad at them than it is to get mad at me myself. Does that make sense? So when you're criticizing other people, then you have to realize, go home, take a look in the mirror, because I bet you anything, you have part of that trait within you. And if you asked a friend who could be totally honest, they would tell you, well, why are you mad at them? That's you. Do you know how many conversations I'm having like that in my life right now? People are saying, whoa. That's you. You're that. Why are you complaining about that? That is you. You're looking in the mirror. You're looking in the mirror. So before you criticize, go home, take a look, see if you're in there. Inhale the future and exhale the past. I like that. Take a deep breath in. Inhale the future, exhale the past. And now you go. It's not that easy. Why isn't it? Who's holding? You want to hold your breath till it works itself out? How many people have been taking real shallow breaths because you're just nervous about something? You're not taking deep breaths in your own life because there's a sense of panic in your own heart and your own being. So when you're inhaling, just remember, you're inhaling the future and you're exhaling the past. And so if you're having trouble and you're kind of spinning in your own mind, just remember, I'm inhaling the future and I'm exhaling the past. I'm releasing it with love. I'm letting people and things go. I'm giving them what we call safe passage through my journey. I'm not going to sit there and bring out a dart gun and try to hit them. I'm going to allow people to just go. And so I'm going to inhale my future and the way I envision it and exhale that which is no longer serving me. It's very much like a wave motion. It just comes and goes, comes and goes. And when you start taking that as a spiritual practice, being mindful of your breath at any point in time in the day, being mindful of the breath as you inhale and exhale. See, we just do it all day, every day, so we don't think about it. But actually think about it for a minute, control it for just a little bit, and you're going to control your thoughts around it. So you can apply a spiritual practice to something you're doing every minute of every day. Does that make sense? Are you guys with me? Yeah. All right, good. The best way to predict your future is to create it. And I'm going to give you a clue. I was at a convention this week in Las Vegas. It doesn't happen at a blackjack table. Never mind, it was a bad joke. You can't, this is not about winning the lotto to create your future. This isn't about tripping into something. It's about creating it. It's about allowing yourself to see what needs to happen next in your world, creating your next thing. It sounds so easy, but so very few people do it, and then they wonder why they get stuck. So this is about getting yourself unstuck and seeing that the best way to create it is, or best way to have something change it is to create the change. If you don't build your dream, someone will hire you to build theirs. I like that one. Do you like that one? Yeah. If you don't build it, you're going to be working for someone who has a dream and you don't have one. Think about that for a minute. Let that simmer for just about 10 seconds. Let that simmer. If you don't have a dream, you're going to end up working for somebody who has one. And then what happens to your dream? Are you good? Don't you love these? These little one-liners. Bless you. Bless you. You can't build a long-term future on short-term thinking. Another one. If we're talking about using this universal intelligence to build something bigger, you can't build it on just a short-term fix. How many times has your short-term fix had to be revisited because it really didn't fix anything? Anybody? How many? Once. Really? Good for you. Anybody got 2? I have a lifetime of short-term fixes. Anybody? I have a lifetime of looking at things going, okay, what's the quickest way to fix this? Anybody? Instead of looking at the long-term goal of what my vision entails, I keep thinking if I do the short-term fix, it will put me, are you ready for the words? Back on track. But what I find is when I'm doing a short-term fix, I'm only on the track for a short time before I'm back revisiting, are you ready for this? The consciousness that created the thing to begin with. I'm only revisiting, okay, so if I keep repeating it, what's the consciousness that keeps repeating it? It's mine. So you can't have a short-term consciousness creating a long-term consciousness. You have to have that awareness. And when I'm saying mindset, I'll just say mindset. We have to have a long-term mindset and look at things in a bigger picture, because how do you think the universe would look in the scope of things? If the universe unfolds in its logical and sequential order, whether it's a anthill or a mountain, it doesn't matter. The universe just knows how to manifest it in a logical and sequential order. I keep looking at the different anthills, expecting them to grow into mountains, when I should just be looking at the mountain and stepping over those things to get there. Does that make sense? Am I like off kilter with that today? All right. So next thing, successful and happy people build up each other. They motivate, inspire, and push each other. Unsuccessful and unhappy people just hate, blame, criticize, and complain. Who are you hanging around with? If you are what you eat, then you are what you spiritually consume, and what you spiritually consume, you consume at the table with others, not just food. So you have to ask yourself, when you're surrounded by that, am I surrounding myself with an energy that's going to uplift me and help create this? Or am I putting myself in situations where I'm bombarded by negativity? And remember, you're absorbing all that negativity. It's impossible for it not to go into your consciousness. That's like listening to news all day long. It goes in, you may think it's just in the background. No, your brain is hearing it. There's an auditory part of your brain which is picking up the words, and while you may not think about it, you're going to dream about it. Right? So, successful and happy people, they in the universe, to build up the individual, to create a more universal concept of love, they actually lift each other up. They raise each other up. They support one another. They're there when you fall. They're there with a hand to pick you up. They're not there to break the fall sometimes, because sometimes that's just our own being. Our own experience is, you know what, I got to let, certain people in my life, I've been there to break their fall so many times that now I'm the full-time fall breaker. Anybody? Anybody a parent? Yeah, you become the full-time fault breaker, and sometimes it's best if they make their own choices and allow them to unfold, and you be there to support them when they're ready to pick themselves back up again. But no one learns by you always breaking the fall. Does that make sense? All right? Next thing, one of the biggest challenges we have is to trust that everything is happening for a reason, even when you're not wise or patient enough to see it. That's a big ooh. Give me the ooh. Ooh. Actually, that's an ah. Ah. See, two things that we lack in states of panic: patience and wisdom. Think about it. When you are fear-based, two things you lack are patience and wisdom. Think about it. Think about a life situation where you've been reacting to it and you're frustrated with it, and it's a huge challenge. And ask yourself, have I surrounded this in an emotion of patience and an idea of understanding, right? And wisdom? Have I surrounded it with those qualities, or am I just keeping the fear on fire around it? Does this make sense? All right, together please. Today I consciously and powerfully let go of the past and create my life from love. I am prepared to receive the best life has to offer. The three great enemies of mankind are war, disease, and poverty, and we believe that these three great enemies must finally be overcome as divine wisdom and infinite intelligence find a more complete outlet through the minds of humanity. There are three things. I was talking in my Science of Mind class, my self-mastery class on Monday, and I said, what would it be like if you didn't have to worry, if the world, not just us, but every individual in the world, what would it be like if every individual in the world did not have to worry about safe food, safe water, shelter, clothing, or having their basic needs met? What would happen if everyone in the world didn't have to fear having safe water, safe food, clothing, and shelter, and just have their basic needs met? What would be the energy shift? Because there are so many people in the world, not just our communities, but in the world, who are struggling just to make it day to day with basic needs, right? Safe water, safe food. Imagine the shift in energy, what that would be like if we could create a world where we could shift this idea that there's enough for everyone to have their basic needs met, right? There's still opportunities for everyone else to make it much greater than that, but the basic needs are met. The fear that would be eliminated, the vibration and frequency that surrounds this planet would change. Are you with me? We have to do that one heart at a time. Each one of us is responsible for that. We can be a part of that. We have to be not just passively, we can actively be a part of that in our own communities. There are things that we can do to improve that. What I'm telling you to say is, look, we can change that energy and force field of all those things and the vibration by one community at a time. Imagine what that would be like for everyone. That relief in their eyes and the way that they sleep at night if they didn't have to worry about shelter or clothing or food or water, just basic needs. I'm prepared to receive the best life has to offer. Say that, please. I am prepared to receive the best life has to offer. And I'm prepared to share it. Because you know what? It's all about I'm prepared to receive it, I'm prepared to share it, I'm prepared and allowing myself to experience the flow of that. I am prepared to receive the best life has to offer. When it comes to your health, what are you prepared to receive? Before we look at your health, where's your health history? Show it to me. Show me your health history. Don't show me a piece of paper, because those are just things that already happened. Where's your health history? Can you find it? It's right up here. Your health history is right here. You may have a body that's gone through things, and you may have a pacemaker or whatever that is, or I don't care what it is. That's just those are facts. Those are just facts. Those are your current facts, right? But your history, there is none. There's only right now and what you're going to do moving forward. So, how are you prepared to receive the very best when it comes to your health? How are you mentally preparing for that? Is there confusion around it, or are you praying for that clarity that you are being divinely guided to those who are divinely guided for your highest and best good? In your relationships, we can all look at past relationships. I'm sure there's paperwork to prove the trail. Maybe bank accounts too. But are you prepared to receive the best life has to offer in terms of relationships? If you are, then you better be prepared to be the best in a relationship. How often do we love hearing about the past? If you are in a dating mode, how much do you really want to hear about the past of their relationships? Anybody? Anybody? No, you don't. You don't. What's happening now? When it comes to your creativity and your motivation to get up every morning, are you ready to have the best life has to offer for you? Are you prepared to receive that? Right? So we have relationships. We have how about financial security? Financial security. Are you prepared to receive the best life has to offer, or do you have a mindset that it won't be enough, you don't have enough, and there's no way it's going to change? If you have an acceptance that you have a fixed income and there's no way it's going to change, remember, you just answered your own prayer. Right? And you may say, well, I don't know how it's going to change. Well, you probably don't yet. But it's going to change when you decide that it's going to change and that you're open and receptive and ready for it to change and that the universe knows more than you do. And maybe even your financial advisor at the moment. Right? Maybe there's something else out there that you can tap into. Maybe there's something else waiting for you to show up. Who knows what that is? But there has to be a releasing of the idea of limitation in order for that maximum success and feeling of accomplishment to come in. If you don't even have the door open, how can anything come in? Are you with me? If you don't even have the door open, how is anything coming in? Open the door. Time decides who you meet in life, your heart decides who you want in your life, and your behavior decides who stays in your life. Right? Time decides who you want to meet, heart decides who you want to be in your life, but your behavior is going to determine whether anybody's going to stick around for that. So if you want to build a universal life for yourself, if you want to tap into the universe, make sure that you're acting like that which you really want. Make sure your behavior has been modified enough to accept the new good in it. Today, together. Today, I consciously and powerfully let go of the past and create my life from love. I am prepared to receive the best life has to offer. And so ends your lesson. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, now is the time for our offertory, so I would like to ask the ushers to come forward. And to me, this is gratitude time. This is where we just share our gratitude for what we've been spiritually nourished with through Dr. Joe and our music program. And we really appreciate what you give to our center, because you are what allows us to be here every Sunday and to have our classes and all the wonderful activities and services that allow us to uplift all of you and come to a higher level of our spiritual enlightenment. So we thank you for all you can provide to us. And so I think we're ready to say our prayer together. Join me as we say, I offer this gift with joy and gratitude. I receive freely and give freely, knowing the law of circulation is working perfectly in my life and the life of this center.
Okay, everybody, you know our offertory song. Let's do it. All right, come on, let's go. Every day I wake up and say, today I love my life. Sing it with us. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. One more time, all the way through. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. Okay, this is us. It's up to me to be thankful. It's up to me to be kind. It's up to me to be grateful. It's up to me. It's up to me. All right, come on, everybody, let's go. say, today I love my life. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. Last time through. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. All right, here we go.
Come on up, Annie. So we've started a new thing here on Sundays where we bring up somebody new with our offertory basket, from members to board members to practitioners to you guys. And so today we have our beautiful Annie, if you wouldn't mind showing your face to these wonderful people. This is Annie. She's a practitioner at our center, and she's been here a long time telling us the truth, right? Yes. Thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and say our prayer together over our wonderful bounty here. We bless this collective offering and receive it with gratitude, knowing it is spirit in action. As this currency flows through our center and beyond, it blesses many lives, including my own. Thank you very much. Okay, so now I would like to have anybody that's here for the very first time, please stand up. We would like to give you a gift. Just stand up. It just takes one to get it. Thank you. There we go. Welcome to our center. Welcome to our center. Got another person there. You've been given a CD case with some information about our center, and if you go to the lobby area to the desk, the front desk out there, they'll give you a CD of one of Dr. Joe's talks, and we would love for you to become a part of our spiritual community. If you're just visiting, you can still be a part of our community by live streaming us, so we welcome you. Thank you. And I know there's other things. We've got 1-minute miracles following the service. If you need prayer, we have practitioners over in the Om Room, and they will do a prayer for you if you've got something challenging you're walking through, or if there's something wonderful and exciting that's starting to break through. We will pray over anything, and you will see a wonderful demonstration. That, I can tell you, always happens. And next week, the calendar, as you already heard, Reverend Laura's classes are on hiatus for a couple weeks because she is in Brazil, so none of her classes or Soul Sisters will be taking place next week, but we do have a lot of other things, as you can see on the calendar there, so join us for something. Jerry Lynn, you want to say something? I actually remember to...
Just a quick announcement, again, that I will be selling the T-shirts and CDs out there today, which we will be doing a film of. If you weren't here last week when I announced it, we are going to make a video of us singing the song "I Stand for Peace," which is a song I wrote for National Peace Day, a prayer day. And so we invite anyone who wants to be a part of it to be in the film with us. We're going to send this film around to friends of ours around the world, and we're going to fuse these all together. So it's kind of like the Playing for Change idea, where people from all over the world will have a little piece of this video. So I have the CDs and the shirts to match out there that I'll be selling right now, so stop by and see me. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Jerry Lynn. Thank you, Jerry Lynn. Right on. Well, that ends our service for today. I just want to end by saying thank you to all of you who joined us today, to the live streamers or love streamers. We really appreciate having you be a part of our spiritual community, because in our collective consciousness, we are raising not only our individual lives, but the lives of everybody on the planet by knowing good, and knowing spirit is eternally expressing through all of us. I also want to thank our band, our wonderful band, and Jerry Lynn. Wonderful. The people in the back that you do not see that make everything happen, but from the lights to the sound, we thank them. Yes. And the people in the office, we've got Elizabeth and Julie and Steve, who do so much to keep us happy here and everything organized. We thank them. The practitioners, I don't want you to have to keep applauding. The practitioners and the ministers who hold a high consciousness for all of you and pray for you all the time. And Dr. Joe, of course, who inspires us weekly and really gives us so much spiritual nourishment every single Sunday that allows us to walk in a whole new light in our lives. So we thank him for just being such a dynamic leader to us. So without further ado, I think it is time to pray. So I invite you to just close your eyes and join me in consciousness. as we recognize that in this life that we are living, there is only one power, and that power is God. And God is the everlasting love and light and peace that resides deep within our hearts, that paves the way for our lives to manifest in the most wonderful, magnificent way when we allow it to. And so I know that we learn today about letting go of the past so that we can stand in that eternal nature of who we are, that is pure love, pure joy, pure peace, and use that energy of God to create a future for ourselves that is bright, wonderful, abundant, healthy and well, creative, and filled with loving, kind people. And so as we just allow our hearts to open wide to ourselves, to the universe, to all beings who cross our path, we know that we are doing good in our world just by smiling at a stranger, just by saying, I understand. We do so much by being present to others in our lives. And so we allow ourselves to be free in that and support each other, knowing that we are just spirit and love in action. And so knowing that this week before us is absolutely blessed, as we rise up in our spiritual essence and allow it to lead us forward in all that we are doing, we are able to see how great life is. And so knowing that all is in divine right order in this universe, I let go, I let it be, as we say together, and so it is. Amen. Have a wonderful week. Enjoy. We'll see you next week.
Join hands, start a love train. Come on, ride train, come on.